and then I'm going to share screen. And Marcia is going to bring us up to date on Dick.
Well, as you can see, he looks a lot like that, except thinner.
Mm-hmm.
He just got a lung infection, pneumonia, and he has been he went from the picture of him in the scooter in February 2012, and then the one on the right is him in June of 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the one on the deck is also, isn't that around? That's 2012. I think we went from there over to Connie's to have her take the picture.
Yeah.
But
how much? Look at him. He's not on his oxygen there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He was off of everything at that point.
How much medicine did he get off of?
I think was it 12 medicines.
Yeah.
He went from 16 medicines down to 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is he suffering with the same things now that he suffered from then, or
basically? Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying is basically that's what's wrong. He got that viral infection in May. Remember when he was in the hospital then? It just did so much damage to his heart that it also caused problems with his kidneys and his lungs.
Mm.
Yeah.
And he just kept getting worse and worse. And the other day, he just was so bad. And like I was telling them earlier, he started hallucinating. So he's where he needs to be. He is getting better a little bit each day, but it's not like they come in, they said he's a little bit better. No major big better, but at least he's not going backwards.
Good.
Yeah. Well, he's such a success story, and what he's added to all our lives. I mean, his example has been the inspiration.
I can hear you.
You can't hear me?
Yay.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, perfect. So
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We're all ready to rock and roll.
It wasn't easy, but I'm here.
Did you finally get it done?
Yes.
Yeah.
You hear me now?
We hear you, Tony. Tony's in his bedroom today. We have the kids here, so I'm where I always am, but the kids are in the rest of the house, and Tony's in the bedroom. So we have a little girl that could come in and out. She doesn't know about being busy. She thinks
she's okay.
She's the center of our universe, and that's okay. We act like it.
Yeah.
It's cool. So let's share the screen here and let's get this party started.
How come I can't see anybody else over here on the side like I normally do?
Well, I can't know that. Are you on a tablet?
Yes.
That will be the reason, and I don't know why it's that way, but I know that when people are on the iPad.
Oh.
No, it's actually a Samsung tablet, but I'll figure that out later.
Yeah. You got it, Marsh? I'm going to mute you, Marsh.
Yeah, I canceled it anyways.
Oh, okay, then I don't need to. David's supposed to be here sometime during this, unless he has forgotten. And David is a health coach that many of you guys are not familiar with. He's been with us from the very beginning, and he's kind of like taken a break from the process. But he's picked back up, and he's going to join us for this challenge. I'm looking for my mouse. You know, if I can find it.
You lost your mouse.
Yeah, it's nowhere to be seen. Wonder why. Dorothy, help me.
Go way down to the bottom.
Well, I don't know where it's at. I've still lost it. I can use my keyboard. I don't know why I lost it. So this evening's agenda, we're going to do our gathering room. We're going to cover the healthy games. I'm excited. Anybody else?
Oh,
yes.
Definitely. Yes.
Just a few more days. We're going to cover dying of old age and today's success story. I would love for my mouse to show up. So I never picked mine, so I'm right there with the rest of you. And these are our incomplete sentences tonight. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
I can only see one.
You can only see one?
Yep.
No, how about everybody else? Can they see them all?
I
see
can see
three.
them all.
Huh?
I
can
see
see
three.
them all.
Okay, so I'm using this new Apple. And I'm fixing to go out of it here.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, but it should, it should play better than that. Hey, I got my mouse. Yay.
I could see it. I mean, I could see all the words and everything, but
Well, I'm not going to magnify it since there might be a problem with that because some people were not able to see it. So let me see. My biggest.
Can I ask, can y'all see me because I can't see where I'm at, if it's half a face or my whole face? Is
Yeah.
it good?
We see
Okay.
you to your lips, Lisa.
Yep.
That better?
That's better. That's
Okay.
really good right there. Okay?
All right.
Okay. So let me say what I love most about my life today is. Well, it's not that it's so busy. What I love about my life today, I love about my life today all of the people who are in it and the way I'm treated so special all the time, but from every direction. I can't complain about anything to anyone. I really am living a blessed life. That's the one I'm going to pick. My life is better than it's ever been, and it's that way with everyone I know. And I have people close to me that I've never had them that close to me before. It's just like everything is blooming in my life. So yeah, that's what I love most about my life.
Great.
Who's next?
My biggest struggle right now is
Oh, Tony's talking, but you got to move closer, Tony.
okay. I said my biggest struggle right now is trying to get
His hands.
my hands, my body working again. It's a struggle.
Yeah,
It's hard.
yeah. Well, I'm sure you're on every person's here prayer list. I know that you top my list, but we got a lot of people we have to worry about right now.
You see, I'm using this now, and that's getting my hands in better shape. But this is a struggle, but I'm dealing with it with a lot of
Good.
friends. Everybody keeps looking at me and says, "How is your hands today? How is your hands today?" So yeah, I got a lot of people backing me up, but it's been a struggle.
And his hands are not as bad as they were, so he is moving in the right direction.
Good. Good.
Mornings are worse than afternoons. By the afternoon, he has more use of them. But that's it. But that's what you're left with, that you started with a whole lot more than that.
Oh yeah,
So you've come a long way, so that's good.
I surely have.
Who's next?
Hello.
thank you.
I'll go. My biggest struggle right now is time. I have zero time to do anything. I get home, feed him, get him ready for bed, do dishes, get his breakfast or lunch ready for the next day, and it's my bedtime. So I'm trying to start a workout, and I have his birthday, Christmas and all that, and then we have his birthday is Friday. He'll be 1. And we're having a little get together on Saturday, so hopefully after this weekend things will calm down a little, and I'll get time to start working out again because that's what I really would like to do.
And we've all been there.
Yeah, babies make a difference.
You, Marcia? I mean, Marcia did hers, right? No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. I think I'm going to go with what I love about my life today, that I can kind of do whatever I want now. I'm not stuck to a work schedule. People around me. I love where I live, and
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm on a healthy way of life right now.
Yeah. You're good. I told you I'd have a visitor, didn't I? Hey, Sadie. We got a visitor in here. There we go. Who's next? She turned out the light. That means the baby's going to sleep. Cheryl, we can't hear you, honey, can we? That's fine. I got you. Lisa?
Decisions.
Oh, you like
could
all
talk-
of them, huh?
No, I could talk about a bunch of struggles right now, but I'm going to go with what I love most about my life today is that there's better days ahead.
Yes.
That's good. Cheryl just texted me. We noticed. She said, sorry, you can't hear me. I put, we noticed. Okay, Dorothy. I don't know which one you're going to pick.
Probably my biggest struggle right now is my mom. Trying to keep her from thinking that this is going to be a problem the rest of her life. I think whenever something happens that's a little bit of a setback, like for example, we spent 7 hours at the emergency the other night, and they sent her home, said that everything looks good, except she's running a fever. And because she came here, she didn't have her eye drops with her because she has glaucoma. I called the eye doctor and they gave us a free sample. Well, she got up this morning and she couldn't stand. She was so dizzy that she just couldn't stand. So I got the walker for her and I said, Mom, I think it's eye drops. I really did right from the get-go. And but it was really bad because she is not feeling well anyway. So as the day went by and I finally got a hold of the eye doctor, and they said yes, it could be the eye drops. But when you reach a certain age and you start experiencing things, you expect that this may be the rest of your life, and it's very hard. It's hard to encourage that this is just a passing thing. This is going to go away. And that's my biggest struggle, is keeping her on an even keel so that she realizes that this is not the way it's going to be. This is just something that she's passing through at the moment. And she's doing fine. She's eating. She's not dizzy now. And she's been running a little bit of a fever, and nobody knows why, but everything is checking out okay. So we're just going to, I mean, she's 93, but she's a healthy 93.
Wow. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. So when I enlarged this, did people lose part of the screen again?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to keep it down. That was just me. I still don't know how to use this Apple in an efficient way. So I'm using it because my granddaughter is using my laptop. And in the future, I'll just use my laptop till I get better with this. Let's go right to the challenge. The challenge, the weigh-in begins on the 16th, which is this coming Saturday. Woo! And the game starts on the 18th. We finish weigh-in on the 31st. That's the last day you can weigh in. It's also the last day you can invite. The door to the room is closed, and those of us that are there for the duration of the 6 weeks. If you're happy and you know it, take a snap. Introducing the Take a Snap post, a picture contest. Just post a selfie with your best smile. This one runs from January 12th through January 25th. So you got a long time to do that. And happiness is contagious. Everyone can participate. If you are a challenger in the new food, take a photo of your beautiful smile and upload it. Now, they want it on the challenge wall. This contest runs for 2 weeks, and the prizes are going to be entered for a bouquet of flowers. There's 10 $35 promo codes from youflowers.com. Winners will be randomly chosen and announced on challenge main wall. Choose to be happy today. So I'll get around to doing that. I'm really having fun with these little contests that they put in. Do you know about them, Marcia?
No.
Not yet. Well, you're going to be hearing about them. We have so far 3,246 challengers. The pool's up to 64,000. The New You Healthy Games has changed some things inside the challenge room itself. The food logs are new. You'll be able to see how many calories you consume by choosing your food or adding in your own food. As you input this information, we will show 4 types of exercise you can do to burn off those calories. So I'm excited about that. See what it is they do. It sounds like they have followed what the watches and stuff are doing, the Fitbit. Exercise logs the same. Choose your exercise, enter the time, and we will log the calorie burn. Add your own exercises as well. The water log, watch your water bottle fill up. We all have that in our little wristband gizmos. You got yours, Dorothy?
I got it, but I don't know how to set it up. So
And I'll work with you on that. Not a problem. Congratulations. How's Dawn doing, by the way?
Not good, but not bad either. She was able to go to a party on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It wore her out, and she had a hard time Sunday, but she was able to go.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad she got out of the house. I remember last year there was like a long period of time that she had not gone out of the house. All of a sudden one day she said, my first day out. Oh, that's when everybody had been sick for so much.
Yeah.
Now, well, I miss her. I miss her very much, and I look forward to when she can be back on a regular basis. It's going to have a sleep log where you log your sleep and track it over time. An interactive shopping list. Click on items that you want, add your own items, and email it to yourself, or we can keep track of it for you. These are all interesting things that they've added to this, I think only to enhance it. Interactive recipes. If someone is viewing one of the recipes, they can click on the ingredients they need, and it adds it to their shopping list. Earning points. If there is a point about a certain type of food, they can add it to their shopping list if they choose to. MDC, and I guess all of you have noticed this, they did add 50 cents on the charge to cover the research and development. So the first contest was taking a picture of you exercising and sending it in. The gift is the water bottle that you see up at the top there. It's an insulated water bottle. And these are the people who won for posting their pictures of them exercising on the main wall. And these are the winners of the water contest. That was the second one that ended on the 10th. Was that when it ended? And we had people who entered their little pictures. There's one of me. Tony got that look on his face because when I stood there to take his picture, I also stepped on his sore toe. So that's the expression that you're getting there. I didn't post that one. I took another one after that, but I figure we all can share that.
Can I ask a question, Mom? Did you just say that you can't invite anybody after the contest starts?
On the, not the 18th, the 31st.
Of January?
Yes, the last day you can weigh in is also the last day you can invite.
So, but you can still invite people and get points up to the 31st, right?
Exactly, and you get points up to 14. And then after that, it's just inviting. Right now, did you have another question?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So right now they're having a shopping selfie contest. So when you go and do your shopping, take your camera and do a selfie with your groceries in your arm and post it on the main wall. Then you get put into that drawing for the water bottle. Meltdown Challenge is proud to announce their Feed the Hungry program. Starting January 2016, for every person that joins the Health Game Challenge, they will donate 2 meals to feed the hungry. So not only will you be, put in that drawing, you'll also help feed people. Over the past year, the Health Game Challenge has had over 100,000 challengers participate. If that happens in 2016, 66,000 people will be fed 3 meals a day.
Good.
Let's partner up to make a difference in the world and get the world happy. I love this contest. The other contest that they're going to do, the next one starts on the 15th, and it's the Healthy Pantry. I love that. We get to take pictures of our pantry. Then starting on the 25th of January, you post a picture of you and your family members enjoying a meal from our recipe section. You must name the recipe. Exercise is the next one, a photo of you doing some kind of exercise. And then it's Fitbit week. Earn points and enter a drawing for a Fitbit. And then you have your weekly survey drawings as usual. Does anyone want to comment about how they feel about these new contests? Because for those of us that have been in here, this is really new.
Mhm.
I think it's great. They're constantly improving.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So when we do our weigh-in, we have some new people in the room. So it's real important to know when they sign in on the 16th when weigh-in starts, they'll generate a number, and that number needs to be visible with a picture of your feet standing on a scale. Simple enough. Then you just upload it, and at the end of the challenge, you will weigh out as well. We're going to talk about old age, dying, the way it's treated in society, and some facts that I was surprised to learn. Homicide is 8% of deaths. Diet-related disease is over 60%, but no one talks about it. I mean, even when we're doing what we're doing, we don't really talk about that. We concentrate more on trying to stay on program and stop challenge chews and get healthy and meet our goals, but we really don't talk about the real why and why we do what we do. I've heard this, but I hadn't seen it in a graph. But yeah, diet and inactivity has actually passed smoking in the cause of deaths.
Wow.
Yeah. I know. There may be no such thing as dying from old age. 42,000 autopsies of centurions were found to have succumbed to disease in 100% of the cases. Not one died of old age. Most were, well, I really have a problem with that statement. They were 100. Well, that's okay. Most were considered, they make their point as they move on. Most were considered to be healthy before they died. Dorothy just said that her mother is overall doing really well. She's 93 years old, and she has some health issues going on right now. Well, we even heard this expressed in Dorothy a few minutes ago. Until recently, advanced age had been considered to be a disease itself. People don't die as a consequence of maturing. They die from disease, most commonly heart attacks. Most deaths in America are preventable, and they are related to what we eat. Our number one cause of disease is obesity, and our number one cause of disability is obesity. So as we go into this next challenge, I know that I really want to think about why I do this, how I do it, and I want to really think about whether I'm taking years from my life or the ability to take care of myself longer by the choices that I'm making. I don't want to make it anymore about, am I going to meet the goal at the end of this challenge? I really do want to be healthy, and I don't want to succumb to bad habits. I actually heard recently that when people do our program and they reach their, oh, you'll like this, Marcia, and they reach their healthy BMI, and we all have this rosy picture of that's all it takes, and now we're here. But if we have not adopted the habits of health, or, and what they said, actually, it's to what degree you have adopted the habits of health that you will, maintain that healthy BMI. And the person speaking actually said they have never seen anybody maintain it. So it's always a work in progress. And I would suspect that after, and that really explains when we're always having that conversation inside a room about why do people put their weight on? Well, because it's natural. And that's what the point is. What we have, though, is the ability to try to make an effort to do better. And I can associate anything I do that is, it doesn't help me advance my cause, is because there's some healthy habit I'm either ignoring, or I haven't adopted, or maybe I just don't know it yet. So it seems that healthy habits do come about in different ways. And I think they might be different for different people. We all know the complications that are caused by obesity, but I don't think, or it's my feeling that we don't, do any of y'all think about that? Because I know I don't.
No.
No? And so maybe if we were just a little more tuned in to what having that bite does, for the big reason as opposed to the short-term reason, maybe it would help us adopt those habits of health better. I noticed they put cataracts there, and not very long ago, Dawn and I were talking in front of everyone here, and she said something about her eyesight. You may remember, Dorothy, improving. And this is a big one for me, of how much we can control what we do. And Dawn had given up sugar, but it had also improved it. Was she have macular degeneration or something, Dorothy, like that? That's what I remember her saying.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. It must have been one of the days I wasn't there.
Okay, and so she was talking about that. Well, just shortly before that, I had told Tony I was getting to where didn't even do me any good to put glasses on. My cataracts were so bad. But then I gave up sugar, and I hadn't eaten sugar in a long time. I didn't even know how long, because I always expected me to go back and eat it. And then all of a sudden one day I'm seeing things. I'm not needing my glasses, or I can use my glasses and they actually work. And then when Dawn had that conversation in front of me, I realized it was the fact that I too had put sugar. And I think the more we can probably correlate something that's going good with us with something good we're doing, it might help us do it more so. The survival rate of chronic heart failure patients. Persons with a BMI of less than 24, which would be healthy, that's a little over 50% survival rate. And then you can see the BMI that goes up to even 34%. It's significantly higher, and then the BMI of 34 and above is right close to that there. So obviously weight does associate itself to how long we live and how well we live. Back in the day.
I know, I was going to make a comment. I know that I can say I've lost over 100 pounds 3 times now. And while it's not in the front of my brain, the complications of obesity, I can tell a vast difference from when I was big and when I took the weight off. Just in, I didn't have any health complications I could point to, but just my overall well-being and the feeling and energy has improved always with the weight loss, and then now with the Medifast meal replacements, that when I don't use them, I feel absolutely ill. I can tell if I'm not sticking to it.
Oh yeah, I do too. I think we all know when we first get into that fat burn, the energy we have, and you just have that feel good feeling. I actually think we've talked about that. One of the things with Lisa that we've queried about is about mental health, and I was talking about that with other coaches and people who are very high in the organization, and I was really surprised to hear one of the global directors come back and say, yeah, that's a benefit of being on the program. We don't ever talk about it because there's no there's no scientific data to prove that. Says, but one of the things that people who go on the program report is that their mental health has improved dramatically. And whether that's from the food or just being able to finally have control of yourself, I think it's the food and the nutrition, and Lisa does too.
I firmly believe that. They may not have any scientific studies, but I have struggled with severe bipolar disorder, and I shared with Mom that once I got on this program, I was like, I wonder how much of my mental health diagnoses could be attributed to my poor diet versus just a mental health illness, because the diet, I've actually been able to, I'm just speaking for me personally, but I've actually been able to continue two medications that I have taken for years because of the improvement in my mental health
Good.
and my energy levels since I've been in the Take Shape for Life program and using the meal replacements. I can only speak for myself, but I would think that there's already enough benefits to say about this, but somebody should take on actually putting some research to this, doing some research and documenting this. I think it would be worth it.
I think they know it, but there's so many variables, Lisa, and the Food and Drug Administration controls what we say, and those guidelines we have to follow. And because other factors could be contributing for that, they would never let us be the reason for that. So people
I speak for myself, so I'll just continue spreading the word of my personal experience.
That's exactly right, and we all have that. There's things that we can't say about the product, but we can all say it about ourselves, and then people can take from that what they want.
Absolutely.
Back to Thomas Edison, and I think everybody who has heard of that man has nothing but respect for him. And he back in his day, it felt like doctors were not the answer. The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will interest his or her patient in the care of the human frame and a proper diet and in the cause of prevention of disease. So all those things put together is something I would like to put to bed for you guys in terms of where we're going to go with this next challenge. We're really going to make it seriously about improving our health. Our success.
That sounds like Dr. A talking, didn't it?
Huh?
That sounds like something that sounds like Dr. A in the present time.
Well, I don't ever talk about it much, but everything this program has done for me, I mean, even me just ending up in the place that I'm at now is a direct result of him and what his big mission is of getting America healthy. And if you can just see it on the other side from being a coach, it is only even more impressive. I'd love being a part of this, and the day I die, I'll be doing this and helping someone if they want my help. We got a success story. And I hope this thing works here, dang it, because I'm on a different computer. I'm going to have to make it big. Can you see that?
I am here, down here in Nashville, Tennessee. And our journey started December 26th last year, so just about a year ago. And we had lost our daughter to cancer in November of 2009. She was 11 years old. And that obviously took over our life, her illness and her passing. And we just really weren't focusing on our own health at all. We were just kind of surviving in that moment in time for about a period of like 5 years. And we had watched Dan kind of go through a journey of his own, and it finally made sense to us that it was time for us to hop on board. And so I was never what you would call medically overweight or anything like that, but I was growing and not getting any taller. And that's what I tell people, when you keep going up in pant sizes, where do you draw the line? My husband worked out all of the time, but wasn't able to it didn't have the nutrition part in place, and was never able to drop below 200, and had high cholesterol, high blood pressure. And my dad as well, who's not in the picture, but he joined us on the journey, high blood pressure, cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, needed to lose about 80 to 100 pounds. So we all started in January of last year, placed our order on December 26th. And since that time, I've lost 25 pounds. It took me about 2 months to do that. I have maintained that until this time. And one of my big whys was to get healthy as a family with my dad and my husband, to teach my son healthy habits. He's 14, not easy to do. And to run in the St. Jude Half Marathon, which that picture with us holding our medals, we were able to do that on December 5th of this year down in Memphis, Tennessee. This is our nephew with us. My time was a little longer than theirs, but I completed it before the course shut down, and that was like my goal. And we just have had health, energy, been able to focus on the things that are important to us. We became health coaches really like 3 weeks after we started the program. This is now our full-time job. Both my husband and I do this. We love it. Moved our whole family to Nashville, Tennessee, and just living our dreams. And so all of that from like one choice to get healthy. My husband has lost 70 pounds. My dad is at 74 pounds. We're maintaining, and we just have never felt this positive and the health that we have at this point. We've never felt that in our lives, and we think it's really cool to be able to carry on our daughter's legacy and to have the energy and the stamina to do that. And so it was the best decision we ever made. One little choice to like just give it a try for 1 month and see if it works for us. And man, it totally did. It is a part of our lives forever. And it was literally one of the best decisions we've ever made in our lives. And we're just excited to be able to share it with people that we love. And hopefully it's something that you will be willing to try out yourself.
That's great, Tasha. Can you share just real quick what your life was like with Dean before you became a health coach? I know you guys lived an interesting life, kind of passing in the night or passing in the morning. What was
Absolutely.
that like, and how has that changed?
Yeah, I was working full-time and on call with hospice, and my husband worked full-time second shift. So he was asleep when I would see him, and I was asleep when he would come home. So for 9 years, that was our schedule. And then our daughter's illness and passing on top of that. So for 9 years, we didn't really see each other till the weekends. Had no really quality life of family time. And it was just one of those crazy things. Weekends were like business meetings because we just had to get everything accomplished that you would normally do, in normal conversation. So now we see each other all the time, which has been an adjustment as well, to be quite honest. But no, we tease each other all the time. We just are able to kind of start this new adventure and get to know each other again, because it's really been a while since we've just really gotten to hang out and just be friends. So it's been a really cool thing to kind of get to know each other in a new way all over again.
Wow, I love that, Tasha. Thank you for sharing that little piece of personal information.
So now I think that was going to be it for my PowerPoint. Oh, there we go. We go back to here, and I do believe that was it. That was it. So we have concluded another huddle here, and I have enjoyed being with everyone. Hey, David, you made it. I didn't know that you were back here hiding. How are you? Are you muted? Yes.
Yeah, I just unmuted. I'm doing good. How's everybody doing?
Good, good.
When did you pop in? How far?
About halfway through, I guess. She was on there for a while after I got in, so about halfway through.
That's cool. Well, I talked about you in the very beginning and told everybody who you were, and some people who don't know you because you took a little break from the challenges, and you were to be back in here helping us coach.
Yes, I'm well, I've been a health coach for, Lord, I don't know how many years now. But Take Shape for Life is a very good program, but you're going to have to put in work for it, though. This ain't nothing just a gimme, but it's definitely a very good program. These challenges is very good for especially first-time people. That if it's your first time, you challenge them, but you can learn a lot from them. And of course, I always like to put in about the exercise part of it. That play a very important part. So for those who just think it's just a diet program, not a diet program, it's a health program. And part of that health is doing exercises.
Yeah.
But that's just about it in a nut bowl.
Yeah. David is a health, an exercise nut. Yeah, we all go to him to get our information. David, you can see that?
Yes.
So I'll let you do your unfinished sentence there. You can pick up whichever one you want. We all did them in the beginning, and we'll close after that.
What I really want to share is that getting healthy is not just about what you eat, it's about getting up and moving also. You know, the old saying that a body in motion stays in motion and a body at rest stays at rest. So get up and move around, do a little exercise, and walk from park as far as you want to, away from the grocery stores when you go. Just try to challenge yourself to get something in during your daily wake up period that I call it, because we're awake during that time. When you sleep, you ain't got to worry about moving.
Yeah.
But that's about what I really wanted to share.
Yeah. So
Okay, that's good.
who did something today in order to, did you park further away, Tony, and walk to the store, or did you park close? You're muted.
Well, I parked way away from the lawyer's office when I went to talk to him about my divorce today, so I was proud of that.
And you did that for the healthy habit?
Yes, and when I go to Walmart, I normally always cruise around, look for a spot right up front, but I don't anymore. I park out the back, and my phone keeps track of how far I've walked, which is not as much as I would need, but I've been kind of stuck in the house handling my stuff so I can get moved.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
got tired.
And I went to the gym this morning, Marcia. Here, not outside.
I know, yeah.
You sleep when I go, so we're 2 shifts in the night. Anybody else want to add something? Dorothy, you just been taking care of Mom today, right?
Well, I sure don't park far away because of the storm.
I knew what you were going to say, not in cold weather.
Speaking of cold,
Yeah?
this weekend I spent all day Saturday and all day Sunday moving stuff into my storage,
Uh-huh.
and it was pouring rain
Oh.
and cold all day Saturday. And so I thought, well, I hope tomorrow's better. And then it was freezing. It's not hardly ever cold here, but it was cold Sunday. So I might have been lazy the last couple of days, but I got a good workout in over the weekend.
So I'm going to say goodnight to everyone, and thank you again for coming. Always enjoy it.
Tony's unmuted now.
Huh?
Tony is
Oh,
unmuted.
thank you, Dorothy. Go ahead, Tony.
Go ahead, Tony.
Well, are you talking?
Well, where I park, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I used to try to park real close in Walmart. When it's so crowded, I just quit doing that. I just go to the back to begin with.
Yep.
Same thing.
Yep.
Okay.
You go around and around and find nothing. So might as well go in the back and just walk the distance.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I hope that Colleen can find more time in her busy day. I hope Lisa gets all her problems straightened, shows up down here real soon. Dorothy, good luck with your mother. I'm glad she's there with you. It makes your life easier and hers better. And Marcia, you can just keep on with Dick, honey, and anything you need from me, let me know. And Cheryl, it's so good to see you back. Yeah. And Tony, I'll see you outside in a minute.
Good night.
Everyone, Marcia, you and Colleen want to stay on for a while?